camera.
There's like 10 minutes of us setting up though. So
Yeah,
it's probably like a 30-minute, which is fine. And that was one of the things that they said when I was watching those YouTube videos. They were like, just like, don't think that you have to put a time limit on the episode. Record the episode until it's finished. You know, if it's 30 minutes, cool. If it's 90 minutes, that's cool too.
Yeah,
so like, I don't think we have to put so much pressure on how long our episodes are, right?
Right.
Okay.
And cue the music.
This is us dancing to our music.
Hi, and welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Love Hard, Talk Dirty is the name of the podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Edward Charrette, filmmaker, author, lighting designer here in the New York City area. And with me, as always, I guess,
is Brittany A. Moore, somatic sex and relationship coach and professor at Pendulum Inc.
So we've been recording a few episodes, and we decided to include the camera in the last couple, and we liked how it looks, so we come back and do like a new intro, kind of introduce it. And I was on board with the idea just because I really like what we have so far, so I think you guys are gonna like it, and I hope you tune in, right? I mean, subscribe and like, I guess is what most people say. Subscribe,
like, share, follow, all that good shit. We'll be on almost every platform. At least that's the goal. That's the hope. We have profiles on every platform. It's just a matter of getting our videos up there.
And I guess as an intro kind of thing, right? This is what this is, this episode. So we'll talk a bit about ourselves. I guess I'm, a filmmaker, indie filmmaker here in the New York City area, and author. I've had 3 books on Amazon right now for purchase. Please buy. Married up here in the Westchester. I don't know why I'm saying where I am every time. I'm not married here in Westchester, but I'm also married in Vegas, and I'm married in Ecuador.
I wasn't sure for a second. I'm like, wait, really?
Yeah. But yeah, and my wife. We've been, 13 years, 14 years.
Oh, it's a lifetime.
She's in stroke recovery, and we've been, doing our thing, getting life together the last few years, and it's been a struggle, but it's also something that I don't talk about much, but I guess I do a little bit on the podcast as we go forward. But it's just something about my personality. We had since I'm introducing myself, we had a baby who passed away a few years ago. It's been like 10 years now. But it's something that's with us, and we're trying to have another baby. But things are tricky with my wife's health and all that stuff. So it's something we just kind of have to go forward and deal with. And she's still making progress as she goes and learning to walk and all that stuff. But it's not about her, this podcast. It's we're doing this whole thing about what is this, sexology idea? Do you want to talk about a little bit about you, or how that started, or how we met, or whatever?
Sure. Yeah.
I looked down the barrel of the camera,
right?
Not nervous. Got it.
We got this thing. I feel like sex work is I feel like that's the bottom line for all of this. No,
right.
Like that's how we met. I put out an ad. I needed a photographer a few years ago. Sex work was also Ed was on the internet slinging dick. That's how we met. Scratch that cut. No.
Big Ed was my name. Just Google it. Just the pictures.
The big ginger. But yeah, anyway, sex work is really is the bottom line of us starting this podcast, is why I'm here, is how I started teaching, is how I met my husband, it's how I started my sex and relationship coaching business, it's why I went to the Somatic Institute. It is a big part of who I am and what brought us together. And a big part of the word that's going to be on this podcast is because of my experience in the sex work industry, right, and the adult entertainment industry. But we're just going to say it. It's sex work. It's sex work. Sex work.
And yeah, you said you put up a thing about a photographer. I responded. We took some photos, and
this is pre-pandemic.
Yeah, pre-pandemic. Yeah, it's a while back. And like I said, I always just noted you were just really fun, just a good vibe to be around. You were a fun person, honest, authentic, and cool and chill. Cool and chill.
Hey, love it. I'll be both.
Yeah. And as you said earlier, not on this episode, but I was very professional. I just want
yes.
my wife to know that. No.
My wife was a little weary, but and is very professional, easy to work with, which made the ideas that he bounced off me and we bounced off each other really easy to consume, to digest. And so when he brought up this podcast, I was like, hell fucking yeah, let's do it. Let's get this word out there. We're both from the Bronx. We didn't meet in the Bronx. We met in Westchester, but to be from kind of the same area, 2 different lifestyles, 2 different walks of life, but have something relatable bring us together, and be in this creative space. Really happy to be here, and I think we have a really good show and message and experience, and sometimes corny jokes. I think they're good, but a little corny. A little corny.
That's just my thing.
I think it's fun. It's fun. So I hope that you guys think the same too. And,
I mean, and not to review our own podcast, because nobody's heard the rest of them. But like I said, I think I said a couple of times, one of the things is like, because I've seen a lot of people with podcasts, and most of them are friends. Just people, everybody got a podcast now, and it's just a bunch of friends. Hey, let's get some cameras and whatever, or they just shoot it on their iPhone or iPad, and and we didn't really know each other, and getting to know each other on this podcast is something I think that is engaging and different. Like we're getting to know each other as we go, and I think it's something that the listeners get to. I don't know. It's
they're coming along for the ride. Yeah, right, basically. Right. Yeah,
and I felt like it has some sort of spark to it, something really worth following and so you should follow it. But I meant for me to follow, definitely. Like it's you've been nothing but a positive. You've been a positive experience in my life. You know what I mean? So everything about this is nothing but good things. So I'm glad we decided to throw cameras up with the first episode and shoot. But and I hope you guys join us on some of these conversations. Some of these things are funny, and they're, I probably the only thing I could really add. I try to add some depth sometimes, but sometimes I'm mostly just babbling, and I can't help that because I'm nervous or whatever. But I think your wisdom and knowledge in certain areas are helpful, and sometimes I shouldn't be talking when I do.
No, it's helpful. I get tongue tied and caught up in my thoughts, and I think you kind of help the flow of this for sure. Yeah. No, I think
I appreciate the attempt.
That should be an episode. How do you take compliments?
Oh God, yeah, no, that's a whole thing. That I go to therapy for that. I actually don't take compliments very well. But I forgot what I was going to say. It's some of the things we talk about in upcoming episodes, like unreliable penises or erectile dysfunction.
Unreliable erections or erectile dysfunction. I'm trying to destigmatize or deshamify.
I should have kept it for that episode. My bad. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler for we're trying to destigmatize and deshamify the dysfunction around erections, the word dysfunction. So if we can, unreliable erections, sometimes they don't show up. They're not always reliable, and that's okay. So anyway, we have that episode.
Right, yeah, I didn't mean to spoil. And we have other, what were some of the things we talked about? Is porn cheating? We did an episode on body image where we were absolutely naked. No, there was no video then, so lucky for you guys, you won't see that. You won't be traumatized by that. But as Ed shows off his boobs. My bad.
What else? We did body image. We did is porn cheating. We
got a bunch of fun episodes coming up.
Yeah, we do.
What's it like? Falling in love with or dating a sex worker.
One night stand.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And we're not going to spoil it. Sometimes I wish we were more informative. Like I probably should have. Well, we can list that in the comments, like how to protect yourself, the things that we talked about in the episode. Kind of put that in the comments anyway. We can probably cut that out, but got a lot of. It's good. It's fun. It's a little educational.
Mostly fun and entertaining.
Mostly fun and entertaining.
Yeah,
something to I don't know.
Something to listen to. A safe space, an open space, a space where we're gonna lay shit out on the table, and place where you can feel yourself and not feel so bad about all the normal things that happen to us, all the things that we go through in life. Kind of bring that shit up, even the taboo things as well. Yeah. Did I already talk about this, or was this a few minutes before we started recording?
I don't know.
I've written 3 books on Amazon now, paperback please. And then like the first book was dealt with trauma. Like, it's not autobiographical, but it's something that I had. Did I just talk about this just now?
You might have. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll cut this part out for fucking sure, Ed. Boom. Yeah, but because you're the expert, you're bringing a lot of your sexology, education and somatic stuff into these podcasts, and I like, what do I do other than make some jokes every once in a while and ask questions? But I figured people should know in our introduction. Yeah, I'm a filmmaker. I have a full-length feature film that I'm touring in film festivals now, and it's about a writer overcoming his writer's block. And I have 3 books out there. One is about a womanizer who remembers a past memory from his childhood trauma of sexual abuse. Trigger warning, by the way. And by the way, trigger warning for most of our episodes.
Yeah.
And the second one is about a guy who is like in his 20s in Westchester and dealing with his interpersonal relationship skills and how he's having like what he doesn't realize is like a nervous breakdown, and he's having a psychotic episode, which he doesn't know. But anyway, dealt with mental health. And my third book, The Great American Novel, is a bunch of unpublished short stories, screenplays, photos, things that I thought poems, which I don't like the poems now anymore. I mean, there's a couple that I like, but some of them, like, what did I put that out there in the world? But whatever, I felt something in me was like, I think this needs to go out there for some reason. Probably shouldn't have, but some of them in the stories vary from. There was the only autobiographical thing I ever wrote in there. I put that in there, but I did like a stream of consciousness kind of thing because it was such a horrible time in my life, and basically the purpose of writing it was that someday somebody would read it because it helped. Just the idea that somebody would read it is what got me through those times. You know what I mean? Just having, huge. I said, I'm going to write about this one day, and that's the only thing that kept me alive.
Wow.
I was living in my car. Pfizer was in a hospital.
Wow.
ICU, and it was bad. So anyway. Fun times.
But that brings a lot of, not to cut you off, but this brings, I do mean to cut you off. That experience, your artistic relationship, with your characters, I know that they're not autobiographical, but that brings a lot into this show, and your experience and you living in your car. And all of that is these are valid.
Yeah.
Totally valid.
I hope so. Thank you. It's just part of my life. Like, I have 3 books and the movies. It has been decades of my life to do them, and so I put a lot into them. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's part of who I am, and I think it's some topics I can talk about enough that, like, at least I feel like, okay, well, at least that. We want to talk childhood trauma. We got some stuff to talk about. Some stuff. You know what I mean? I don't have a PhD. I did go to school actually for psychology, but didn't make it to the end.
Something.
Yeah, you
went to school.
I got there and then I turned around and walked out. No. So there's that. My first short film was a film we were trying to get budget for a full-length film. It was called The Thin Line. It was also about mental health. That film never got made, the full length, so we ended up putting it. I ended up putting it in The Great American Novel, so you could read the full length script in there, and it's kind of nice. At the time, it was like people who I knew who read it was like it was the best thing I ever written.
Wow!
But I've written other things since then, so maybe they should just But but it's good. But also trigger warning on pretty much everything I write or do, because I don't think we could have fun, we could have humor, but I think it's important to get. To talk about the things that I talk about, or in a creative way, whatever I'm doing.
For sure.
And then there was the other thing is that we're not a political show, which I think I said this before or in other episodes. We're not a political show, but we clearly, I think some could say we lean in a certain way because we're talking about things that are very liberal. You know what I mean? We're talking about sex. We're talking about, if you have a conservative frame of mind, just try to keep an open mind, right. Or don't listen. You know,
either or.
But I mean, like and subscribe just because we need it.
Yeah.
But then just don't watch.
Yeah,
or don't
okay.
listen.
Commute us.
Right. Exactly. You know. And when I talked about how the photo over here, which a person, somebody had said was misogynistic, and I treat women as objects. I was like, first of all, I treat everybody as an object if you're in my movie or in front of my camera. Like, this is it. So I apologize for that. And this was something that hey, almost speak of the devil. And this was an image I had.
Did you move my fall wreath?
I'm sorry.
My fall wreath.
I got it off the table. I'll put it back. I'm recording a podcast.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, I had criticism from some people that I knew, family, friends, or whatever, that was like, for photos just like that, where it's like, if you can't see it if you're on the audio only podcast, it's like a half naked woman standing there doing a thing in front of a church or whatever. And like that was my artistic thing for feminine. Like that was my I told you about the shoes here. I'm pointing. Nobody on Spotify could hear that. Anyway, I had shoes with this chain holding them together that I made or whatever. And she's standing in front of a church, and it was like my thing on the patriarchy and whatever. And then the idea of like how I had heard a long time ago about was Japanese women would break their toes to fit their
feet in shoes. Yeah, so they have these small.
That's how
feet.
I would attack most of my photos. Like to try to say something with one image and have some sort of but those are kind of what I bring to my art. And if I'm gonna have this kind of conversation, like the world is kind of going to hell in a handbasket, if you pardon the old term. And women's rights are a thing,
right? And
I just figured it'd be the change you want to see in the world.
Yes.
In the world. So that's why I was like, hey, I think this is a good thing to do. And we had actually originally talked about you had posted something about doing a book.
Yes.
No. Yeah,
definitely. The dean of the school that I teach at has been pushing me to write a book for years. He's like, you need to write the book. And I posted something about it. And you're like, hey, if you write that book, I'll do the screenplay. Yeah. So it's just been sitting in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We definitely, we got it. We
attempted, we sat down to record. It's like, okay, let's do it as a podcast. And it was like, no, this is a book or a movie. This is a whole other thing. And we realized, I think, from that we had a different show. Yeah. And we had a rapport.
Yeah, a definitely good rapport and good energy. And listening to the podcast back, I think we're hysterical. I hope everyone else feels that way.
Exactly.
I don't know, but yeah.
I remember the first few clips of like when I was talking about the movie, and you're like, and it's called Final Draft. I'm like, first draft. She just loved it. She's like, anything that cuts me down or whatever. But yeah, oh shit. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I can cut it out. No, you can. You can be. My wife came home and she said they're cooking in the kitchen. It's all good. It's part of the realness. This is true New York living right here. Yeah. His wife comes home. We're cooking now. Look, this adds to the authenticity of the podcast. Exactly, like we are going to keep it 1000% real here. Like on some shit. Yeah. And I think you're right about. Remember, I was like, "Oh, we got to cut out those plane noises or whatever." And I was listening to it. I was like, "Yeah, just leave it in because it makes it. It's what happened, and it was fun. Whatever.
It is what it is.
If you could see a camera on me at all times, and me, just like, oh wait, it's like I'm on a film set. I'm trying to like, okay, let's stop. Wait, there's a truck outside. It sounds like it's in the living room.
Yeah, we also left the window open on one of the first podcasts we recorded.
So I'm glad we're redoing that. No, that was the second one.
Yeah, was the second one? Yeah. Oh yeah, damn, that's funny though. But yeah, just to touch on trigger warnings. Also, Ed and I are from an era where there wasn't any trigger warnings. There weren't any trigger warnings or anything. People talked freely. Comedy was very raw. So yeah, just please keep that in mind. We were born in the 80s, correct? Were you born in the 80s? You're like, shut the fuck up.
I was born in the 80s.
Wait, Ed, how old are you?
I don't answer that question.
Fucking but anyway, so either.
What did you say?
I missed it.
You weren't born in the 80s.
Shut up, whatever. I wasn't born in the 80s. That's right. I'm a 90s kid. I haven't said my age out loud since I turned it, or 2 years ago. Years ago.
Well, I was
born in the 70s. Yes.
In the 70s. Well, I was born in the 80s. He was born in the 70s. These were a time where there is no filter. Very different era. So there weren't many trigger warnings on things.
And in the Bronx.
And
like,
in the Bronx.
Growing up in the Bronx was a thing.
That's a whole nother layer to us.
I don't think nobody, unless you were there, you don't really know. Unless maybe you live there now, you might still have some idea.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the few boroughs that's still a thing. Just here. That's fine. The authenticity. But yeah, growing up in the Bronx, like we would say some of the nastiest shit to each other, to everybody. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. It was just being real was more important than. I don't know. It was just like it's currency.
It was currency. It's how you survived out here. Like you had to have a tough skin to live in the Bronx. You can't get emotional at jokes, and you would get ran off the block. Like you might get your ass beat. So yeah, you got to have a tough skin out here, man.
Racist jokes were a big thing. And you know what I mean. But you went to the person like that was that was always the thing. Like you. At least when I was coming up, it was how you busted people's balls. Everybody, pardon my French, even just that word isn't even allowed to be used anymore. Busting balls, but like that was the thing. Yeah, that was what
that's what we did. And so there's a few episodes where I'm like, I'll refer to people like, oh, the white boy, and I'm like, oh God, I hope I don't offend anybody. But it's just how we talked growing up, where we came from.
I think it's good. You're on some here. Let's apologize ahead of time.
I'm apologizing for everything right now. Please, I don't mean to offend anybody.
Yeah. I think like I said, I think it's fun. I think it's good. I think it's fun. I think it's good. I think
it's cool. I think it's chill.
Right, exactly. And I think people will like it. So I'm excited. I'm hoping you guys like and share and get other people into it. Or just like it and share it yourself. I don't care. But just because we've recorded some already, and I'm excited about what we recorded. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's great. We're gonna have some good shit. Put it out there. It seems. People like our rollouts in the comments so far, so I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this and putting it out there. Be nice, be kind to us. At least be kind to me. My feelings hurt. Love you guys. Ed doesn't love you. You'll hear that a lot on the show.
Yeah. I just don't know you that well. I mean, how can I love you? You know what I'm saying? You forgot your tag. Your hello lovers.
Hello lovers.
And I think should I say hello talkers? Is that how we we're working on an intro now, but whatever.
You guys are my lovers, but not to Ed. I don't talkers. They're not talkers. We're the talkers.
Okay.
So hello listeners.
I guess you say hello lovers. Hello listeners. I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we have to think of like, what do you call that? Pet names for?
I guess. Say hello lovers. Let me think. I'll improv something right off the top of my head. Go.
Hello, lovers.
Well, now you blew it. You paused. The beat.
I did.
Whatever. We're done.
I wasn't even sure what we were doing. So
just go. And then set me up, and then I'll come up with something right off the top of my head, and I couldn't think because yeah. Yeah. But so, and for the sake of authenticity, this is our third attempt. We're not counting the other 7 of today, where I was like, okay, take 2, take 3.
Take
I couldn't even say the intro.
This is we're probably like take 7, 8, or 9 at this point. But I think this is the best take.
Yes, this is definitely.
So we're re-recording the first episode. We're not used to that because we get on here and we just blab. We just really blab, and so this is a little different for us, but. Yeah. I think this is good.
Yeah, I think so.
How do you feel?
Yeah, definitely the energy change. It's a little more natural.
What did we do? We got up, we stretched, we did a little woogly, we breathed.
Yes, you were correct about stretching. Oh
yes. So I had brought this up to him. I'm like, I think this is after we recorded a few episodes, and I'm like, I think we should breathe and stretch. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, oh. She was
even just before this, she's like, okay, breathe. And I'm like, okay. And I couldn't even go out.
He didn't let the breath out. He's like, I am Ed.
Yeah. So you're right.
Yeah, we may need a little.
But in my head, I didn't. That's not. Yes, that's helpful, but in my head it was like, we have a deadline now. Faiza's coming home. You can't do it. We have to get this done.
Yeah, you were putting on headphones.
Filmmakers
can you hurry up? You're like, shut the fuck up. Roll. Let's go. But
are you feeling better at least about this? Because the first one we were a little. It was tricky because it was our first time ever doing this, and we were like, what are we saying?
Right.
By the time it was a good rapport, and maybe one day a little edited version of that can come out somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. I think we just need to lube up our audience first.
I'm not even.
It's just.
Yeah, but you're right. But it took us a minute to realize what this was, So,
right?
And now we know it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, we recorded a few episodes before. We're like, what is this?
We were, but knowing doing? It was at the beginning. It was just like a hunch.
Yeah, we just had a feeling. Yeah,
and then it's like, oh yeah, but it's a thing. Yeah. So hopefully,
it's kind of letting it flow, which I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Chicka chicka boom boom.
Not while I'm drinking. I almost spit it out.
All over the equipment.
Lasso? Yeah,
we don't need that.
I don't care about that.
You hate the soundboard.
Oh yeah. I got an email back from I'm still fighting to get my money back for that. I just sent a video proof of the screen not working and the thing, and but I need that. That game changer, and then I have to get that thing and then the other thing. But I like this setup.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Yeah,
this is good.
Whatever we did with the promo. Not a fan. Like in terms of camera angle.
Oh, okay.
I hate it. I hate that this is gonna be out in the world.
The interview?
We did like a little promo over there.
Oh, I don't remember that.
We did a promo trailer that we were gonna do. We could use the recording. Remember we did one for Spotify. You don't even remember?
Nope. But no idea what you're talking about.
Wow.
Trying to.
Yeah. I mean, nothing. No, I'm making that up. It doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
Because I hate the image so much.
Oh, so we'll just do another one.
But I don't like shooting against walls. That's what every podcast does, and that's what everybody. I know you're saying that now. Behind me, look, there's a wall, but we're far enough away. I know only camera guys, only certain people are going to know because of the shallow depth of field. You know what? Everybody shut up. Just shut up.
It is weird how the wall looks like it's like not as far as it is. Because it's way far. Like it looks like I can touch it, but I cannot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you see, it's also a little out of focus. It's a little out of focus.
I like the out of focusness.
That's a shallow depth of field. That's why I like it.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
I like to have some. I mean, we can go into
depth
photography
to the room. Yeah.
And I was staying when I taught a photography class for Hammer Productions, and the shooting. It's just like anything else. Is rule of thirds is to help the basic photography, and it's like. There's a rule of thirds in like the framing, like how you frame a photo. But then I added for myself to teach students the rule of thirds of like there's the thing you're using to shoot the thing, the thing you're shooting, and whatever's behind it. Those three layers.
Oh.
So the further I can get back from a wall, I am a cinematographer that adds shit to the back to make the front pop out.
I see.
You know what I mean? So I'll have my camera with a certain kind of lens. Hold that yawn.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to hold it in.
Welcome to my world.
Yawning while he talks. I'm so sorry. I was
trying
so hard.
This is why Faisal loves you so much.
I was like putting my lips over my mouth.
Well, hopefully the audience didn't have the same reaction. Whatever. Oh my God.
I just haven't eaten today.
Do you know what that shirt means?
You love those things, by the way.
My nipple?
Yes, you're always touching them.
I meant my shirt. Do you even know what this is from?
No idea.
We really don't know each other very well. Oh, you said you started watching Mad Dog and Glory.
Yes. I didn't finish it. No,
never mind. We talked about at some point we're going to do, we're going to add other episodes, and we talked about the idea of love hard talk movies, which you don't even remember that conversation happening. You remember talking about movies, right?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to do that.
But I don't remember.
Shut up with the yawning.
I'm so sorry.
See, Father, whenever I talk about movies with anybody, they get bored.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
I don't remember love hard talk dirty movies. The battery's going to die on that. But I want to do the movies. You weren't sure about it. You're like,
Because everybody does it. I just want a different angle.
Our angle would be only doing movies
Sexy
around
movies.
sex and relationships and shit like that.
Okay.
Spicy ones, but like, yeah. Or maybe ones that don't get enough notoriety. Maybe we could support artists in here, start feeding back into the, I don't know, man.
You're right. Are you tearing the place down? Could you? You're not going to be on camera when I stop the camera, but I was going to change the battery on that. We still got a few. I mean, I think we're going good. It's up to you. It's only 30 minutes. Do you want to end the first episode on 30 minutes?
I don't know. I feel like this is going pretty good. I feel like we had a good flow. I feel complete, which I didn't feel the first few takes. How do you feel? How are you feeling about this?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, I'm liking the flow.
Do you want to just call it a day at 30 minutes for the first episode?
I don't think we need to push any further. I think pushing is what got us to fucking recording it for a third time. I think
we're good.
This is good. I feel good. Right. If you feel good, I'm good.
So I disagree. I want her camera to die, and it's just going to be now me for the next 20 minutes. All right, folks, here we go.
I would sit back and watch that.
Really? Well, now I set myself up. No,
watch that unfold.
I mean, all right. I mean, we're looking at 30 minutes, 27 minutes maybe.
I think this is good.
Okay, for the first episode. It's a nice intro to us. The other episodes are longer. And what do we got coming up? We got
erectile dysfunction or unreliable erections. We have body image. I think that should be an early release.
Is porn cheating?
Is porn cheating? I think those are the top 3 early release we should do. The Are We Dating a Sex Worker? There's a lot of edits in that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it still, but it would just probably be a later release.
Do some work.
Yeah. And then the first 2 episodes will be released back to back. We'll have one, I think, we're still weighing it out, but like on a Friday and then a Monday, so those should be out. Yeah, you'll have a little chunk of something. So us keeping it at 30 minutes, I think, is good because it's just like a little intro to what we will be discussing.
Copy that.
Copy Roger, and the camera's off.
And see, and now my 20 minutes starts.
Paused, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn it, that means the battery's still going.
It's still going. You didn't get your wish.
Damn it. Tune in for more. Sorry.
Tune in for more of this nonsense.
Oh God, I am so hot in here. That's something to figure out. How to keep the AC on with this mic, with the mics on.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe it doesn't matter.
Well, the goal of these fans is so you don't. The fans of these mics is so you don't pick up something like a fan that you have nearby.
You're right.
So maybe
Well, these are.
So maybe not the mics, the stands, so that it doesn't pick up on like if we do this. But the mics is going to pick up on it.
The mics. Well, if I switched it, we don't have to do this on camera because everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? But if we switch it to telescoping, it'll cut out all that background noise. But So you hear me now? You hear me now? You hear me now?
Yes.
Now do you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear a difference?
Now I hear it.
It changes my vocal range.
It died. You were waiting for that word,
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
The Love Hard Talk Dirty podcast has been a presentation of Back on Clock Productions, produced by Brittany A. Moore and Edward Charrette. Theme music by the Chapman Brothers.